Quen is a news reporter reporting on a key issue in Singapore that is affecting all of our lives. Can you speak very much? Okay.
Tissue paper.
One minute time. Fine, sorry, what was the tissue paper one?
Stealing of chook. Oh my god, they're disgusting. So Quen, you are going to report on people on the rising crime trend, the crime wave, people stealing tissue paper from choke tables. Are you ready?
Da 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 da. Good evening. We interrupt your normal programming to tell you about urgent news in Singapore. Yes, I'm getting it just right now. I'm afraid there has been a spike in crimes in Singapore. If you have noticed in the hawker centres, people have been stealing choke tissues. We have our first images coming through.
The other direction.
The other direction. This is our first suspect for tonight. An alpaca from Argentina has been spotted chewing up choke tissues at Tanjong Pagar Hawker Centre. A word from the police. The police have been watching llamas for a while now. Llamas and alpacas from Brazil. And the number one reason why they have been stealing choke tissues is because it's possibly free food. But there's also a possibility that they're just socializing. We're not sure yet. Oh, wait, hold on. The UN has something to say about this. So in 2017, the UN saw a trend in choke tissues being stolen. So they've made a film, they commissioned a film using Playmobil, and it's about a llama farmer who makes alpacas that eat only tissue. This is a rising trend all around the world, I'm told. Okay, yes, moving on. Okay, so this is an accomplice of the alpaca. Singapore's own, what do you call these dogs? Sorry, what was it?
Huskies.
Oh, thank you, huskies, yes. Huskies have been spotted helping our alpacas and llamas in Singapore with the tissue theft. So please be aware of that, okay? Please be aware. Okay, and then a word from the Singapore government, okay? Okay, so Plato is a common source of the Singapore government for all their erudition and policy making. And they say that love is a serious mental disease. So do not eat llamas who are in love. Okay, so in conclusion, there is a hike in the theft in Singapore with tissues. So from now on, yes, don't use tissue. Use umbrellas or yesterday's cinema tickets. Yeah, so those are all recognized choke signatories. Yeah, and a final word from MediaCorp on this spike. If you think tissue stealing is a bad thing, we have murderous Elmo out there as well. So people, please be careful and have a good day.